Welcome to Fire Away, Seriously Funny Conversations, the podcast where we catch up on things that make us laugh and things that make us human. We are Matt Bays and Leslie Robbins, and today we are going to talk about our worst Christmas presents.
I said, whose is it?
Brush up on a little Kanye news, and the premiere of our It's Painful Before It's Peaceful moment. So let's get started. Leslie.
Matt. You've always said that. Leslie.
Yep. I have.
Yep.
Okay, I've got to tell you, on last week's podcast, you sound like a nutbag.
Oh, God.
Because I see you as kind of a person who's down to earth. You're not super dramatic.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Well, you're dramatic with like your stories and little shenanigans.
Right.
But you are not drama making trouble out of not trouble.
No. Mm-mm.
Right. Only last week, that whole thing about the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nutbag.
That's my mother coming out in me.
There was this one point where you were like explaining it, like maybe you thought that I didn't understand. And so you were going to make it very clear. So you were talking about the water and I don't even know what I said. Something about there being something on the water. You're right. Right. But I can't see it. You got super
into it. Aggressive.
Oh, I mean, it was like, I can't see it. I mean, it was like your Southern charm turned into Southern harm. Hashtag Southern harm.
There is Christmas 1988, the video from my family. I am passing out all the presents. I'm 8 years old, just turned 8 years old. And I'm passing out everybody's presents. I'm the oldest sister. And there is a gift under the tree, but it doesn't show whose it is. And whose gift is this? And my mom says something and she didn't answer the way. And I said, whose is it? And like my entire family always says that to me. I said, whose is it? Like I got real. Yeah. So they'll always say that to me.
And was your mom, did she do this? I'm guessing just from what I've learned about your heritage, Appalachia, all that the first response would be, little girl, let me tell you something right now.
No, my mom talked with her lips like this is you. Just,
oh yeah.
She would keep her teeth together. Yes. And she would also point,
like one finger at a time, slowly.
Mm-hmm.
With her eyes closed, like she's praying. Which praying? We need to talk about Kanye West because now you got me listening to this shit. I can't even. I watched about a 2-minute prayer today of him on TikTok praying to the Lord God Almighty about what needs to happen and appealing to the Christian women.
Yeah.
I can't. But let's go back to Mama Tammy.
Mama Tammy would just point and we would all respond by 2. She didn't get to 3. We didn't want to know what happens. And by then you were up, you were doing whatever needed to be happening.
But it was Christmas and you need to know what was in that damn package.
Yeah, I said, whose is it? So
if no one claims it, it's mine.
Yeah.
I know there's a set of sponge curlers in there.
Probably. Accurate.
What was your favorite Christmas present as a kid? And then tell me your biggest Christmas gift where you were expecting something and it came through maybe not how you expected.
I always wanted an Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, yeah.
My parents were 19 when they had me. They were very poor. So we couldn't afford an Easy Bake Oven. So they got me one when I was 16 because I complained about it my whole life. So
they got it when you were 16. Did they get it as a joke?
Yeah.
When you were 16?
Yeah. Because they were sick of hearing my mouth. The best Christmas, I got a Polaroid camera.
Ooh.
Yes, I was like 10 and I thought that was the best present that I ever got.
So we were not poor. We were not rich. We were middle.
Yeah.
But we did not get like lavish Christmases. And we shared a lot because there were 3 boys. My stepbrother was about a year younger than me. And then my older brother was a year and a half older than me. Anyway, this is the good one. They wheeled out a bike a yellow and blue dirt bike when dirt bikes were really big, and it was like blue, but it's called anodized. I don't even know what the hell that meant. It just like had almost like glittery shimmer. This was a Huffy. And anyway, they wheeled it out and I was like, oh my God, we got a new bike. Right? Super excited. And it was already put together. So then my mom says, okay, there are 3 of them. And I about lost my mind. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then she said, 2 of them are not put together. This one's the floor model. We drew names to see who gets the one that's already assembled. And it was Matt. So it was kind of wonderful to sit in the garage in the cold and watch those boys put their bikes together while I just sat there on my Huffy riding circles around them. The kind of weird thing is it was the exact same bike. 1, 2, 3. Why? And then the worst was that I asked for a pair of Levi's in 4th grade. I just wanted that little orange tag sticking out of the pocket, right? Leslie, I opened that present and there it was. Glorious, that pocket with the little orange label. And I was like, everyone's going to want to be my friend. And I pulled them out of the box and they were bell bottoms, huge bell bottoms. And I was the kind of kid where I didn't say anything.
No.
You just get what you get and you don't make a fit.
Right.
So I wore them a couple times. They got caught in my bike chain. And then I finally just cut them off for shorts. Yes.
Water Journey Update with Leslie.
Water Journey, I'm doing good. It is 2:21 and I'm already at 6:00.
What?
I am on it.
Water Journey.
Yeah. The only thing I really can tell about Water Journey is that 1, I'm losing a little bit of weight. And then also I'm not having headaches.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think I'm just dehydrated. And so I get headaches all the time. So
that's good news.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
Look at me go. I'm doing it. And it's been more than 2 weeks. I just want to say that it's been more.
Oh, that's right. You said you don't do anything for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So do you find that you eat less because you're so full of water that there's no room?
I think that's it.
Chris told me he did 2 pints today.
Why do you call it pints?
We grew up with those bottles of Coke that were a pint and it was just 16 ounces.
Oh, it's the 70s.
Yes, we're old people. Cheryl Tiggs, Dentine, home of the Whopper. Or back to Burger King.
I know. It always comes back. It's either death or Burger King.
There was this thing that happened in the late 70s. If you bought a certain number of meals or something like that, you got an album from Burger King, but it was the size of a 45. Do you know what a 45 is?
Like a smaller CD, like those smaller records.
Help you.
I'm sorry, for 1980.
Yes. Album size were the big ones. And then the 45s were the single song. And then on the opposite side would be another song. Well, they were 45 size small, but they would have like 3 or 4 songs on them. I don't even know how they did that, but they were giving away records. And one of those records is where I learned the song Killing Me Softly.
My friend Ashley Brown had those type of albums. She had, is it Lionel Richie that's saying, hey, you get into
Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean.
That was the one. Sorry.
Who, me? Yeah, you.
And
get
we were
into that car.
We were like in 1st grade. We thought that was a really cool song.
He also did Caribbean Queen, but it was like Caribbean Queen.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, Caribbean Queen. They're vowels to me. Now we're sharing the suburb. And then, and our hearts that beat as one. No more love on the run. I know those lines. Do you ever do that where you're singing a song, but it's just the vowels that you hear and not the actual words?
Yes. You know that song, Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball?
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was saying, and I sang it with confidence, I came in like a rainbow.
A little different. One of my favorite ever videos is to Wrecking Ball. It's have you seen where the lady's at like I think it's Alabama State football game or something like that? And these guys are giving her like a hard time. She's obviously drunk and they're like, you just see them sort of brushing her off like, oh, get out of here. And they kind of pull her away from talking to these young college boys. And she's middle-aged woman, pull her all the way off to the side and the music's building. Right when it gets to that, I came in like a rag. She like runs, dives over these people and starts just punching these guys. You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my God. And then like she starts kicking her feet and like really hitting these guys. It's freaking awesome. There've got to be a lot of women out there are like, that's right. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I need a drink of water. Chris's coffee's here. You need him finish it. You never find a coffee cup of his that's not completely empty. He drinks it all.
I've been looking for these all day and they were in my pocket.
Glasses. How about when you're going out of the house and you're on the phone with somebody and you're looking everywhere for your damn phone?
100. Let me tell you something. I went to work one day and I came out to my car, got in, could not find my keys. I dumped out my purse and I found them and I went to put them in my ignition and my car was already started. It had been running for like hours while I was at work and I had an extra pair in my bags and I just did not notice.
Oh my goodness. You could have died.
How?
I just set this whole thing up by saying you don't make mountains out of molehills and then you just proved me wrong.
What? Why? Have you ever just like parked your car and left it running for hours?
Yes, Leslie, but I can't see it.
I can't see it. I said, whose is it?
I said, whose is it?
My sister and brother are mostly the ones that say that. And it's usually when I'm getting like frustrated. And they'll just out of nowhere be like, I said, whose is it? And everybody laughs.
But not you.
Not me. Another thing my brother likes to make fun of me about is that.
Wait, I can't. I just think that it's the stupidest thing. I don't know why. I have a vision of you in my mind standing there, 8 years old. It's Christmas morning. Your hair all over the place.
Mullet.
With one of those flannel nightgowns.
No. That was 1988 Christmas was like epic in our family because it was the year mom didn't buy us pajamas. So I had on a t-shirt and my panties. And that was it. And it is on video.
Oh, they have it on video?
Yeah.
Oh my God. We need to post a link in the comments. I said, whose is it?
I know. My mom might have it, so I'll see if she has it.
Oh God. That's funny. We got to have our moment. So one thing that we are trying to introduce on the Fire Away podcast is a happy moment, something encouraging, because that is who I am. And it's important to me to let people know that they're going to be okay.
And for the record, that is not who I am. So we're definitely going to let Matt always do this. I will tell you the worst case scenario in every situation.
You're probably going to get in an ocean and you can't see a damn thing beneath you. You're going to get eaten by a shark. And why is that?
Because I can't see it.
Yes. But we got to have a positive moment. So this week, I know someone who is going through a divorce. Hate it for him because I've done it. You've done it. Mm-hmm. You know what it's like and you feel crazy, especially if it's not amicable. Everybody loves to pretend that it's amicable, but let's be real. A lot of times they just aren't. And I just keep thinking when I was going through mine, I actually did have friends surrounding me. They weren't giving me a bunch of advice. I didn't need advice, but it was just like the overwhelming message I got from people was just hang on. Mm-hmm. Just hang on. You'll get through this. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but I remember one night pulling in a Wendy's parking lot because I was just overwhelmed in the moment. And I mean, Leslie, I just bawled, like just wept my little eyes out because my family was changing. Mm-hmm. And it felt like I was responsible for that. But I also know it was what needed to happen.
Yeah.
And it was necessary for where I was in my life. So to any of those people that have gone through divorce, for any of those people who are going through divorce, who will go through divorce, beginning, middle, or end, it's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Like legitimately, I know that in my heart of hearts, it is going to be okay. It's painful before it's peaceful. Hang in there.
Peace.
Yeah. And this has been sponsored by
Lexapro.
Exactly. Get yourself a good SSRI. You'd be just fine. And don't overdrink. I'm telling you, that's not going to do anything good for you unless your over drinking is a part of your water journey. All right, we got to talk about something else. Oh, hey,
What?
last week you told us you had a job interview.
I
Oh my
did.
God.
Oh
Tell
my
us
God.
what happened.
At the Mercedes-Benz, I am going to be a receptionist / cashier, your favorite word.
Cashier.
I went to the interview, and then that night they called me and offered it to me, and I said yes. So I'm leaving my church job and I'm going to Mercedes job. Now I can cuss more, right?
Oh, throw out your first cuss. Your first cuss on Fire Away. We'll just add in a big beat.
Yes. You mother.
We just faked that beep. She didn't really actually say
I know,
it.
like, I can't cuss on demand. You have to have like relevance.
I love to cuss. I hear people say all the time that cussing is a sign of aptitude, like smart people cuss.
I thought it was a sign of ignorance, but
Well, I'm like leaning closer toward that, but I've heard no, that it's a sign of intelligence. I'm not buying it. Maybe we can read some articles and find out if it's true or not, but I don't think it means that I'm intelligent. I think it means that I spent my whole life not being able to drink, smoke, dance, wear what I wanted to, or cuss. And then I was like, ooh, I can cuss now. Okay, so I mentioned we were going to talk about Kanye for a second because you've got me watching this. Like when I see it now, I can't look away. And today one came up on TikTok. I was like, who is he talking to? God.
Yeah.
He was praying. Have you seen that one?
He is a very unique individual. And I don't even know what to do with him. I can't imagine being Kim and having that all over the world for everybody to hear and read about. Now,
it makes me feel bad for him. Like you can watch it and see he needs a friend. I have these friends in my life. We all need them that would call me and say, honey, no. Yes. Take it down. And if it's a repeat offense kind of thing, which it seems like that's what he's doing, is he keeps putting more and more things out there, then they get taken down. It would be like, you no longer have administrative rights to posting.
Right.
And now, you know what? Actually, that part is okay because he is obviously grieving and hurting. It's okay that he can't be responsible with his posting. So then you put up safeguards to make sure that that's not what you do. It's why people deactivate their Facebook during the election, because they're like, I literally cannot stop posting insane, mean, awful things. So I'm just going to bow out of here until it's over.
Couple things. One, to kind of piggyback off your divorce talk, is when you're going through divorce or heartbreak, there's a part of you that wants everybody to be on your side. And so you want everybody to know how terrible this person is being to you. I get that. I've been there. I probably shared too much when I was going through my divorce. The thing about social media is if you post it, it can never be deleted because there is an account called Kanye Deleted. And so if you miss what he posts, you can just go to Kanye.deleted on Instagram and you've got it. They keep it. They do screenshots and it's all there for the whole entire world to see. And you just think this guy doesn't have any kind of reality past his grief right now.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stay out of his business. It makes me feel like I don't want to be a part of it.
Right.
Because to me, like I spend plenty of my life around addicts, and drunk people, because I'm in sobriety, recovery, been sober for a long time. And so I know people are at their worst, and they're sick and there's nothing fun about the exploitation of that.
Right.
So it's like a reminder of me even having this conversation of like, I just don't want to participate. I don't want to be one more click or one more view on that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna scroll past and get my information from you.
Because I am that type of person. There is a part of me though, Matt, probably the toxic, unhealthy part of me that thinks the worst. There's part of me that thinks this is publicity. bad publicity is still publicity.
It could
And we're
be.
all watching. We are all in. We are watching their accounts. And so he's promoting an album right now. And she's promoting a TV show.
No,
wanna
are
know
you
more?
serious? I
Yeah.
didn't realize all that was happening.
Right. So, there's part of me that's like, is this drama fabricated so that they can sell more albums and they can sell their show?
If that is what's happening, that is just gross.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe we can get more listeners to our podcast. What can we do?
just
Let's
stir it
make
up.
that'll be a topic of our next podcast. Things that we can do to get more listeners to our podcast.
Okay.
I'm
All
excited
right.
about it.
Oh my
It's gonna
God,
be
workshopping
so
it.
fun. Yeah. So that's it for us today on Fire Away. We'll be back with more seriously funny conversations next week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/podcast fireaway and on Instagram at fireaway_podcast. And fire this podcast off to a few friends, right?
I said, whose is it?
I said, whose is it?